lower a fifth, while down a fifth has more relevance to drinking alcohol. So, just leave that your final statement there. You guys have any questions?
Now, do you know what you're going to be doing with this material? Do you remember what your syllabus says? You're going to be going in, and we have to tie this to children's literature. So you're going to be looking for books that have some sort of a tie to music. Remember, I brought some in last week, so there's lots of them out there. And then you have to find something to do with each of these bullets in making little activities. And so in the syllabus, you have like a little template. What book, the author's name, a brief summary, and then what activities would you do? You can pick 2 or 3 activities to go with one book, or maybe it's just one activity. But what activities would you do at what grade level with that particular book? And I think Mr. Cayer's given you some things to think about. And in here, there are some things to think about with the activities, because you have to have at least one activity for every one of these bullets for chalk and wire. Does it make sense to you now?
We have to have an activity for every bullet?
You could have several activities in one.
For one book?
Mm-hmm. But you
we
have to
have an activity that...
Well, it can be an activity that incorporates 3 of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a separate activity for each one, but I need to be able to recognize, so I took notes too, so that if you use any of these that maybe he said, or if you use something different that he's giving you an idea for, just make sure that you use the words somehow that are in the bulleted statement so I know what to link it to. Okay?
You know, when I'm doing my lesson plans, if I'm going to be working a specific exercise or a specific piece of music, I may pick 4 or 5 competencies that I'm covering with that one lesson. So you don't, and I think what I'm reading from Professor Riggs is that you don't have to do a separate activity for every single one. If you do something that incorporates 3 or 4, great. That's really what they want you to do. And that's true in anything that you're teaching, is that the higher the level that you can get these kids thinking, the better off that they're going to be as people and on the standardized test, which is unfortunately the big push is the FCAT and others. But if you can get them thinking higher levels so that you're hitting all these multiple intelligences, that's what you want to do. If you can find one activity that hits all of these, email it to me. I'll use it in my classroom. Okay.
That's great. Any questions? You got it?
Do you
know what you're
know
doing?
my email address?
Yeah, just in case.
I'll give you my easy one. I teach at Southwest Middle School, so my address is SWMS. I'm the band director, so it's BAND at AOL.com. SWMS band. I got that email address when AOL was in its infancy.
And I would encourage you, maybe you could tell us if you're playing somewhere, if your band is playing.
I am.
Your jazz band especially.
Thursday night at Winter Haven High School at 4:50, and I'm sure you guys are probably in class.
Yeah.
But I am letting them out early. It's the Teacher of the Year banquet.
Oh.
And I was the Teacher of the Year for Cleveland Court, even though technically I'm not Teacher of the Year anymore. They still said to come to the banquet. So
Did they take your crown back?
No, they told me, well, through the grapevine, there's no way I'm up for any, I don't qualify for anything. But I still get my picture taken with the superintendent and get my plaque.
Yeah.
And I get a free dinner out of it, so I'm going to go.
This Thursday at Winter Haven High School is our music performance assessment. And if you guys don't know this, musicians have our annual assessment as well. And it's kind of like our version of the FCAT, although when I tell other teachers that our MPA music performance assessment is our annual assessment, they don't understand how much work we put into it. But we'll be taking our jazz band to a music performance assessment on Thursday.
Is that middle and high?
It's middle and high. Yep.
Jonathan didn't tell me that.
Yeah. There's only 2 bands in Lakeland that are performing.
Is it jazz?
It's jazz.
Oh, it's jazz.
It's
That's
just
why.
jazz.
Okay.
Just jazz. Yeah. The jazz band